This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What am I riding today? Hey, this is the Magicycle Deer 26-inch step, mid-step model. They call this a mid-step? Nah, it's more of a step over. I'm bedding in my brakes again. Here, listen to this. I'm gonna hit it hard. You hear the little squeal? Yeah, this bike is the one bike that I've left in my garage for the whole season. Usually when it's in the garage, the environment's a little bit harsher, so things get deposited on the rotors and brake pads and all that stuff. So you have to kind of bed it back in again. So I'm gonna hit the brakes. There you go. It's better now. It was squealing really good. When I first took it out, I was bedding it in for probably the first quarter mile of riding. Let's hit it again. It's a lot softer now. You barely hear it now. This is what you got to do sometimes. You know, if the bike hasn't been ridden in a while, that could happen. You know, things just build up on the rotors. So you got to let it run a little bit and brake a little bit, and then it's fine. Yeah. So I'm okay now. Seems to be okay. I mean, it's a little bit of squeal is not going to kill me, but it was braking hard. It was squeak. It happens. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Here, let me angle down a little bit here. Yeah, that's what it looks like from the top view. Bring you back up. So why are we riding the Deer? Well, you know, we got to bring the battery voltages down. I've got 2 batteries for this bike, so I've got to bring them down. I'm going through the fall season battery thing right now, taking bikes out, dropping the levels down, and all you do is, you know, ride a little bit, you know. And usually when I do this, I won't pedal a whole lot. I will usually throttle it. This bike has a cruise control on here, so I'm just going to let it run. And then bring it down to about 70%, something like that. Yeah. Now somebody asked me, should that be 70% under load or 70% in the non-riding state? I would say in the non-riding state. Right now I'm sitting at about 79%. So I got about 9% to go, but this is under load, meaning as it's riding. So it's probably more than 9% then that I have to bring it down to. Yeah, there's a squeal there. So yeah, I would recommend you do that. So the Deer hasn't been ridden in a while. A lot of bikes haven't been ridden in a while. I have too many, as I mentioned. And so I've been trying my best to bring the inventory down. I'd like to bring us down to maybe 5 or 7 bikes. Yeah, I really would. I've had, I don't know how many I've had at one time. I think when the house was filled up with the most bikes at one time, I think I was close to 25 or 26 of them at one time. That's way too much. Nobody needs that many. Where do you put them all, right? Yeah, so we were running out of space all over the place. Right now we're down to about 16. So if I can, I would say if I can get 9 of them sold, I think I'd be happier. Yeah. Then just ride the handful that's available. You know, there was a time I was taking bikes out all the time, just kind of rotating between them, and I still do that. I try my best to rotate between certain bikes, but this year I was concentrating a lot on the U-free bikes because I didn't do it the year before. Even though I told them I was going to do it, I never did it. So I was concentrating on U-free quite a bit. Yeah, getting used to that style of bike, you know, commuter style bikes. And so certain bikes were being neglected, this one being one of them. I've brought my magicycle inventory down to only 2 bikes in the house now for magicycle. It's this one here, and I still have the magicycle CT1, which is their commuter bike. All the others I've moved on already, yeah. Which is kind of surprising for me, but you know, I've kept this one because I really like the Deere 26-inch, and I like having the cruise control. I'm still at least a legal class 3 or a class 2 if I want. You know, right now it's unlocked for class 3. But I try to maintain around the 20 mile per hour limits as much as I can now in this area because of the regulations that's been coming down in this general area. And so, you know, I mentioned in past videos, going forward, I'm going to try my best to stay within the law, although I won't be stopping 100% as you noticed there. I'll slow down, I'll look around. If nobody's around, I'll keep going. It's just the way it is. But I'm not going to draw additional attention by going way too fast anymore. Unless they ease up the law. If they ease up the law, that's another story. Then I might go a little bit quicker than that. But I think I'll stay within, at least within 28 miles per hour. Put my hand out, let them know I'm turning here. But you know, if I'm around and I see there's traffic, I see there's people, I'll stay my best under, say 20, 22, 23, something like that. And my norm has always been around that anyway. It's usually been around 22 miles an hour average. No one's going to stop you at 22 if the law is at 20, all right? No one's going to stop you there. But if you do, you know, much faster than that, yeah, they have the right to do it. Now, our friend Gary, who watches both Russ's Right and More from Russ channels, he just recently sent me an email showing me that one town has put a limit of 10 miles per hour on their bike paths. 10 miles an hour. I thought our 12 miles an hour on the bike path was restrictive. 10? Let's do 10. Let's see what that feels like. Let's do 10 here. All right, let me see here. 10.7, 11. 11. Here's 11. 10.3, 10.2, 10.2, there you go. I'm on cruise control at 10.2 miles an hour. This is crawling, man. Who could move at 10? I'm already 0.2 miles an hour over their speed limit. Look at the cars just passing me. And that's a 25 mile an hour zone. Look how slow this is. How can anyone ride like that? They said that they were going to enforce that on e-bikes and regular non-e-bikes as well, and scooters and everything. They said that you can go faster than that if there's no one around. They don't state how fast you can go, but they said, and the police will ticket you for a $100 ticket. I'm going, what? Where is this place? I remember to avoid that area. It's not around here. It's not around my area. I don't even know what state that's in. But 10, come on. Here's 19. To give you an idea what 19 feels like. 10. He says, you thought 12 was bad. Here's 10. 10. I think some towns are really pushing it. They're basically saying, you might as well walk your bike. Forget it, man. That's not happening here. Here's about 19 right now. Yeah, this battery's not coming down anytime soon. It's still sitting at 79%. Yeah, see, that's the thing. You've got to take your bikes out and work it to lower that battery. Now the thing is, if I pedaled it, it would take even longer. Because pedaling, you're helping out the battery. I'm trying to drain the battery. So the best way to drain it is to throttle it. I guess if I went fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow, it'd probably drain faster. Forget it. I'll just circle the neighborhoods. Go around in circles, see where we end up. I always power into the turn. I don't know about you guys. I usually throttle a little bit more into a turn, then I'll ease up. Well, it is a little chilly right now, although I think the temperature was like 57, something like that. Still feels cold here because you got the wind blowing on you. I have my vest on. I don't have my helmet liner on. I probably should have put that on. Because if you can keep your head warm, you'll feel a lot warmer overall for your entire body. You know, the helmet liner for the XWing helmet has like little earmuff things, right? And that helps a lot. Plus the liner itself, of course. But it helps a lot. It looks a little weird, I will admit. But you want to stay warm, this is what happens, you know. So, a guy had a kid carrier in the back. He's riding a bike and the kid's in the back of the carrier, I guess. Give him the head nod. The head nod. The head nod's always a good thing, you know. You don't have to take your hands off the handlebar. All right, so what else has been going on here? Well, I've finished my obligations for reviews for the year. I mentioned last time that I had to say no to 2 companies for now. I didn't outright say no forever. I just said I can't really do it now. And one of them responded back and said, "Yeah, no problem." Says, "Let's talk about it next year." Yeah, okay, good. The other one, I don't know if they understood that I didn't want to do it this year. They gave me all the regulations they want on their videos and says, "Can you do that?" And I said, that's not what I was basically saying. You know, I was saying I can't do it for this year, so why are you giving me the regulations for making videos? But so I don't know if I'll respond back to that one. I think I'll just let it go. Let it go, maybe they'll figure it out. No, it kind of feels like a form letter then, right? It's like they're sending you a form letter. I actually like it when the companies get a little more personal. Here's my squeal, see? Squeal a little bit there. You're gonna squeal for a bit until that thing's totally broken in. But the thing is that I'll probably put this bike back out in the garage and there it'll sit for the winter. So by springtime, it's gonna start squealing up again. Now you could do this. You can change out your brake pads, but I don't think it's the brake pad needs changing. It probably just needs a good cleaning. You know, they make these chemicals that will clean the rotor off. Maybe that's what it needs. But I think a good, you know, just bedding it in a little bit more will take care of the problem as well. But you want to do it faster, you know, buy the brake pad cleaner / rotor cleaner chemicals, or just squeal. Whatever you want. Just squeals, no big deal. Of course, people don't like that. Some people get really antsy about squealing. I mean, if it's constantly nonstop squealing, that's another story. I mean, if I slow down and brake, you say it's not so bad. If I brake hard, it'll squeal. Yeah, let me know if your bikes do that, and what do you do to take care of that problem. Somebody asked me about my gloves. They said, "Which gloves do you buy?" Yeah, this is about the cheapest one that you have. What's this called? Kyncilor, Kyncilor. Never heard of it. It says gel. Yeah, never heard of it. I bought it on. Let's turn here. I bought it on AliExpress. I think I bought 2 of these. They were cheap. They were, I don't know, $5, something like that. I don't need anything fancy. I just need something to keep myself, if I fall, I don't scrape up my entire palm because you instinctively will stick your arm out. You'll probably break your wrist first. But no, I don't need anything fancy. I do have some nice ones though. I have some nice ones from Ufree. Ufree gave me some really nice ones, you know, the leather palms and everything, really nice. These are, I don't know, are these leather? Maybe they are, I don't know. But these are just fine for me. I don't have any problems with it at all. So yeah, I don't gotta be fancy. People have asked me, why is the cell phone reversed? Well, I could technically record myself, I guess. It's not reversed for that reason. I reverse it because sometimes text messages come in, I don't want you guys to see it. And so then I have to, I'm gonna stop here. Then I have to blur it out. That's too much effort. Russ is lazy, I told you. Yeah, I just flip it over. So what if a text message comes in? I got my cell phone on my watch notifications on my watch from my cell phone. I figured if it rings, you know, it gives me the notification ding, I could just look at my watch. Yeah, I could see that. You can't see that as well on camera. Yeah, there is a benefit for wearing a smartwatch. See, there you go. Can you see that? I don't know. Yeah, this recent smartwatch that I did a review for, it's actually pretty good. I really like it a lot. It'll track, you know, where I've gone, what I'm doing. Yeah, this thing's finally come down. I can probably head back and get the other battery now. It's got its own built-in GPS. I should have turned where, I should have taken a left there. Going the wrong direction again. We'll go forward and we'll try to figure out how to get back. As I'm mentioning GPS. The GPS is not for you to find yourself around places. It's to keep track of your daily runs, of your biking, your scuba diving, whatever, you know. It's to track that kind of stuff. It's not for you to, probably not scuba diving. It's the depth of the water would kind of mess up your GPS locations, I'm sure. But, you know, for running and biking and whatever other distance type things that you do, and they took off all the stuff that's really not necessary, really. They only put the stuff that's really usable, which I kind of appreciate. How am I gonna cut across? I could take the bike path, but on this bike, probably somebody will say something. I'm not gonna do that. Let's go around again. Go around again. Head back the other way. So yeah, if you're interested in a smartwatch and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, take a look at the Cospet Tank M4 review that I did recently. Yeah, check it out. You never know, you might be interested in something like that. I like it a lot. I've been wearing it for over 2 months now. Yeah, I have my Ultra Human ring on too. It's underneath here, but it's on my middle finger on my left hand now. As a sleep tracker more than anything. I mean, it'll record your steps and all that too, but I use it mainly as a sleep tracker. Let me know how I'm doing for my sleep patterns. Why is that important? Well, you know, you got to have good rest if you want to function properly. So it keeps track of it. I've been wearing both. I've been wearing both the watch and the Ultra Human ring and checking my sleep patterns. I'll say this, they are both very close to each other, but not always. All right, let me tell you why. If I'm sleeping, okay, all right, now we can make this turn where I should have turned in the first place. If I'm sleeping, you know, like if I fall asleep right away, okay, lay down, fall asleep within 2 minutes or so, and then I wake up and I look at the how many hours have I been sleeping? The two of these things are probably within, one time it was exactly the same, but it's usually within like 5 minutes of each other. Yeah, not kidding. You know, they'll say, okay, this thing's done 7 hours and 30 minutes of sleep or something, and the other one will say 7 hours and 32. So to me, that's pretty close, all right? Where it varies is this. if I'm laying in the bed and I've fallen asleep, then I wake up and I'm just laying there, okay? I'm not actually sleeping, but I'm laying there, I'm looking at my phone, I'm doing whatever, and maybe I do that for a half hour, 45 minutes, and then I go and I fall back asleep. The ultra-human ring knows you're not sleeping. Yeah, it literally knows you're not sleeping, and it doesn't count it as sleep. It'll count it as time in bed. So it'll show you the total time in bed. So let's say the total time in bed was 8 hours, but your actual sleeping time was 6 hours, 15 minutes, okay? The watch will show you as sleep time 8 hours. The ultra-human ring will say 6 hours, 30 minutes. So the ring actually knows when I'm actually sleeping or not sleeping. But then it'll show you time in bed, 8 hours, see? So in that sense, the ultra-human ring is actually more accurate, which it should be. It's something like $329. I mean, that's more than the watch. The watch is only $184.99 on sale. Ultra-human ring costs a lot more money. It better be better. And it is. So I've been having fun looking at the differences between the two. Now, like I said, if I'm laying down in bed, I fall asleep right away, the two are exactly the same. Within 5 minutes, let's say, of each other. To me, that's pretty much exactly the same, okay? I don't know how these things do it. I think it must look at like your heart rate. If your heart rate drops or something, I don't know. If there's movement, then it knows, okay, the guy's awake, maybe, right? If you've been moving around, you know, but you're still laying down in bed, you haven't gone anywhere, but your hand is moving around or your arm is moving around, then it should know that you're awake, right? I mean, people move in the middle of the night, they move a little bit. But if you're constantly moving, you're flipping pages or doing something, it should know you're really not sleeping. So anyway, the ultra-human ring actually tracks that better, yeah. But so does that mean the watch is inferior? Well, yeah, in a sense it is inferior for sleep, but it's still pretty good, okay? I mean, if you slept straight through, it will track it pretty well. If you're up and down, yeah, then it kind of gets thrown off a little bit. It's not as good. It tries, okay? But it can't do as good as the ultra-human ring. I mean, the ring is so expensive as it is at $329. I think it's like $329, something like that. That you kind of expect it to know certain things, and it does. It does, yeah. One thing that I told the viewers of More from Russ is that if you buy an ultra-human ring, I'll put a link in the descriptions for you guys for these things so that in case you do want to look at it, you can see my review on it. And when you charge these rings, don't charge it by plugging it into one of those wall socket USB plug things. It's too powerful for charging it. These are very small batteries inside these rings, right? It'll overheat it. And I think that's what it did to the first ring that I had. And so because of that, what it did is it kind of stopped working for a while until it drained itself out. I was waiting for another one to be sent to me, and they sent me another ring. During that time period, it drained itself down, and then I recharged it again and it started working again. So my hint to you is when you charge the rings, use your computer. Use your computer to charge it with. You know, the USB on your computer, or use your cell phone to charge it with. So again, if you buy an ultra-human ring, you know, plug it into your computer, or plug it into your cell phone, something like that, to charge it. Don't plug it into a USB port of a AC outlet charger thing. It's too powerful. It'll burn out the ring. Yeah. So. All right. I think I'm down low enough. My my battery shows 52% under load, which means it's probably in the 60% ranges. Right. So that's plenty low for this. All right, I'm gonna go back in, grab another battery, take it out and do that to the other battery. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. Stay tuned, more videos come. Talk to you guys next time.